Hey team, Declan here with another video. I thought I'd do something a bit different. So my other ones have been either like workout videos or explanations on how to do exercises and stuff like that. But this video, just going to go through some insight on a couple of things that I have with my clients. And what it is that I've had opportunities to kind of see how clients will be working with their lifestyle, their fitness, family, expectations, and things like that. And it does get to a position where they are thinking that they're not doing enough in a type of pillar. So I'm already kind of giving away what I'm going to focus on is that like you can see your different aspects of life when it comes to the gym, family, work, goals. Um, there's so many pillars that you can make up for yourself, and that's like does take some time to figure out kind of like what's important to you, um, and some things that will kind of create its own pillar in itself. So just a little story. If you haven't already liked and followed, obviously, feel free to do that now. Um, a little story. Today, my brother turns 40. We've got 5 years difference. So he turns 40 today, and I am 34, turning 35 in May. Feel free to send birthday presents. Um, so my brother turns 40, and I kind of just look back on us growing up. We were very close. We lived at home for quite a while, so like all of us together. Big gamers who used to play like the GameCube, N64 days, Xbox days. Used to play all that. And then we used to play wrestling. So like the wrestling toys, we used to do that. We used to do go out on our bikes and stuff like that. We used to share the same friends on the road. Used to go to the same primary school and secondary school. Just weird that it's just coming back to me. I've like opened up a door now. So yeah, like we were. I keep saying we were close. We are close now, but not as close now. Um, Again, it's just a pillar, isn't it? I could give myself a hard time that we aren't as close as that, but because I have a good understanding of like why, then I don't give myself a hard time. And that's going to come up in a other couple of positions where as you grow up, you obviously figure out there's some things that stay in your life. There's new pillars that pop up, but then there could be some pillars that have stayed with you since you were a kid. It could be maybe a sport that you did that you keep bringing up to your friend or something, or something that you miss doing. Um, could be the people that you used to hang around with. Could be the goal that you had. Okay, so when it comes to things like that, there's so many pillars that you could make for yourself. And the one thing you got to realize is that some pillars take up a lot of your energy. Okay, so example for me recently, obviously starting to push it when it comes to online. We've got your online personal training I'm pushing. I've got my online coaching clients now, which I'm very proud of. Very out of my comfort zone. The online coaching aspect was kind of like I had the software, and my in-person clients had that software to use for their like homework exercises, their stretches, their abs. But I'm now using that software to coach people completely online. This allows me to, like, what I preach over Instagram, give them access to wherever they are. I noticed that like clients were going on holiday, and I was like, okay, cool. Go and video the gym or the equipment that you have access to, and what I'll do is I'll just build you a workout, and they could be there for like a week or two. I'll build them a workout, and then they would be busy, like they would worry that they are going backwards when it comes to their working out or their fitness. So I thought, if I can do that, I can do that for a longer period of time. As long as I was able to check in with that person every week, I wouldn't feel like I was doing them a disservice. The whole like, here's a program, not really a big fan of. I've done it in the past, but it's one of those things that like, how do I make sure that what you've just purchased isn't off like a, I don't know, a dopamine feel, like I need to buy something to improve that. And then they do it for a week and it's like, I got other things come in the way, like another pillar is more important right now. Just having someone every week to chat about it is quite helpful. So yeah, in my life, when it comes to pillars, the online personal training did take up a lot more space. When doing so, I did realize that the family pillar had to like chill out. The extras I was doing for my in-person clients kind of like chilled out as well. I wasn't spending too much time with my close family, let alone going to see my dad, like go see my brother and all that kind of stuff. I was about to say extended family, but it's not. But it's because like you get so, it takes up so much energy. So with these pillars in mind, you got to think that you can't be 10 out of 10 on every single pillar if you're trying to make a move on a certain pillar of your lifestyle. So when it comes to the gym and working out, you already know that there's multiple pillars here. One of them being starting, getting in the gym, finding your rhythm. Another thing is your goal setting, your strength, your cardiovascular, your fitness, making sure that you're not going to get injured, stuff like that. So some people go, when it comes to the gym, they'll completely commit onto the gym pillar, which is brilliant. They'll go in, they won't focus about goals. They just want to get momentum, which is great. Then the goals kind of come out of somewhere, which is brilliant. And then they start seeing benefits and things like that. And then the management of the pillars, of managing that around your family, being social, not kind of like shutting yourself off and being like the gym guy or gym girl, then that slowly happens, like naturally. But hopefully with this video, if you are watching this video, you have an idea that before you take anything on, or currently what you're going through now, and also knowing how well you learn, if you're visual, like if you want to hear it from someone, or you need to just do it, like I just said there, this could help you. So when it comes to pillars, I want you to kind of write down all the pillars that you can think of. And it can be, I listed them off earlier, but so for example, at the moment for me, I have my job. So I work in a gym coaching clients for 30 hours a week. So that is obviously one pillar, my in-person clients. Another pillar is my online coaching, which is about 15 clients. Another pillar is family. Another pillar is fitness, working out. Another pillar is my competitive side. I've got a comp coming up, so I need to make sure I'm focusing on that. Again, if a comp's coming up, I am having to put some more energy into that pillar, and that might mean that another pillar doesn't get as much looking. For example, I might not be popping out to see friends and family like my early morning starts like now. I do this because I can get home before about 7. I'm in here about 5:30, I was here about 5:15 in the morning on a Sunday morning. I want to get this done so I can get home. I got some things to do for work, and then day out with my boy. Sundays are mine and my boy's kind of day. So you can manage your pillars. It might mean that you have to sacrifice some time. If you're unable to do that, then you need to start looking at your pillars and realizing, actually, maybe some pillars need to chill out while you focus on a pillar that's important or coming up, or like means a lot more to you and needs that attention as well. So going back to that, when you realize that has to happen, when it happens, there's going to be moments where you give yourself a hard time. So you'll realize that like, if you can't manage it all, you give yourself a hard time. But if you visually see it, all these things that you're trying to, like the whole term of like spinning plates, if you're trying to spin all the plates, it's exhausting. So sometimes knowing that a pillar needs to come down a notch or a lot needs to happen before something else can get more attention. So right now, when it comes to my family, I've been able to reduce my in-person clients. I've gone down from like 45 hours a week, 40 hours a week to 30. So my in-person clients, obviously the quality hasn't gone down. That'll be shit. But what's happened is my workload has gone down. That's been being able to make me pick up my son from nursery every day. So that's definitely helped. And we don't just get picked up, we go off and go and do stuff. So that pillar's increased. So with my son, he's 3. So like now's the time to not miss that stuff. My online coaching, oh man, I'm with a mentorship and he's been brilliant. But like when you're working in a mentorship and it's got a bunch of PTs that don't have kids and, oh mate, they're killing it, you know what I mean? It's completely understand. And I never give myself a hard time because I always think of the pillars, yeah? These guys don't have as many pillars as I have. They're not got a comp coming up. They're not thinking of what they're doing with their kid, or how to keep the family. They don't have like a worry. Some of them are planning to travel while doing this, and it's like, yeah, we could do that, but that's not on my pillars yet. So, long story short, whatever stage you're in now, and even if you're watching this and you're not a gym person and you've somehow found me, start thinking about pillars. Start thinking about, obviously, you might have a job, you might have family near you, you might have a relationship around you. You also have goals around you, what you want to achieve. Could be within the work, could be within the family. Don't class that as the same pillar. With the gym, you have one pillar. And then if you've got like a goal that you want to achieve in the gym, within the gym, that's its own pillar. Then what I want you to do is just make sure you create as many as you can and literally rate out of 10. You could do that. Rate out of 10 how much effort you're putting in, and don't give yourself a hard time. You need to visually understand that to do and improve on another pillar, some pillars need to relax. Like, going back to when I started this video, I started chatting about my brother turning 40 and the amount of time we've spent together. I've been in a position before where I felt really bad. And I do feel bad sometimes that we don't meet up and catch up a lot. Like, it used to be daily. Then it became like weekly. So that was even better. And now it's like, I'll probably go by maybe months without seeing each other. Like, he's coming around today. Like, I'm seeing him today, obviously. But yeah, like, he's turning 40. I'm turning 35 this year. And our lives are way different than when we were growing up. For the better, we're both in good positions and stuff. But right now, I'm not giving myself a hard time because I've looked at my pillars and thought, do you know what, he's obviously important to me, but it doesn't need that energy because I know he's there, he's happy, I'm seeing him. If he needs me, he can contact me. If I need him, I'll contact him. We don't need that. Like one of the things as well was like gaming. We don't need to be gaming together because for me that's unproductive. I need to do other stuff. Yeah, there's so many things that you need to visually see as well as take some time to think about what pillars need your action, what pillars need to maybe chill out. Because then in the future, you're going to be a lot more based and driven by data rather than drama. You're not going to think, I'm not spending a lot of time with my family while I build a business. And it's like, well, yeah, that makes sense. Like, if I were to do both, I would be burnt out. And imagine that, like, I focused on my online business, which I did at the start a lot more, on my phone a lot more, on my laptop a lot more. Like literally telling my wife, can you go out with our son so I can get some work done? And it's just like, there was just a moment where I was like, oh, that's mad. So there was a point where obviously the business needed that attention, and I went off to London to get stuff done and things like that. But now I've got to the point where my business is improving if it does. Online business, the quality is obviously still good, but when it comes to building it, that's definitely maybe 7 out of 10 now, 6 out of 10. My family is about 8, 9 out of 10, which at the moment I'm happy with, like really happy with. And things like that. Competition, this is definitely something that I'm driven. The good thing about that is that while making these pillars, I've realized that obviously this needs a lot of attention for my comp. So it's like, okay, cool, well, you need to find time for it, hence the early mornings. Online business, if that needs attention, that gets done when Gray's gone to sleep, my son. So yeah, once you create those pillars, it'll create its own goals with it. So I'll leave that video there for you to hopefully take action. Let me know if you have. As always, make sure you like the video. I want to keep making these. And you've just watched me cycle just over 6K, near enough just legs only. And I wanted to do this so I know how long this video would take, and it's saying just over 16 minutes. I was aiming just to keep it short and sweet for 10, but that's something you'll find about me. I'll waffle for ages. So yeah, I hope you like this style of video, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one.